Lights, camera, boost.
Ooh, I'm trying to fix my hair and she's taking selfies. No. Teamwork makes the dream work. Even when we're here, you still got to make sure you look the best. Oh, no. No, that's good. It looks really nice. Happy days. Welcome back to The Archive. I'm Lana Wilkinson.
I'm Rosalia Russian.
And thank you for joining us. First of all, I just want to say a big thank you for the messages and DMs I received after I want to call it a meltdown, my little announcement. Thank you.
It wasn't little. It was a big announcement.
It felt like a really big deal at the time, and it is. And I never say never, but I also think it's really important to, when the world is opening a door for you, that you walk through it. So thank you for supporting me, and I'm very, very grateful. And I'm grateful to you for getting that out of me. Only you could do that on camera. But anyway, I'm very grateful for the support. You know, when we started this, we didn't even think anybody would care or be listening to us as frequently as you are. And we are loving all of the support and the messages that you give us, which is what prompted us to put it out there. What did you want to know?
So this episode is all about your Q&As, and we will answer as many as we possibly can. We have read a few of them, but there are some that we haven't read because we're going to surprise each other with the questions and maybe try and catch each other off guard.
But because I'm an oversharer, I screenshot at least half a dozen to use, but I've seen none of hers. So we'll see how this goes.
All right, I'll go first.
Yeah.
What is the most common DM troll comment that you get?
Usually it's something about my outfits, like, you're a stylist, why'd you wear that? That's probably the harshest one I get. Mm-hmm. I can live with that. Like,
yeah.
You know, it's like beauty. It's in the eye of the beholder. If you don't get it, I don't care if you don't get it. I get it. That's enough, you know?
I know.
Yeah.
You always look great.
Oh, thanks, babe. What is your most common DM or troll comment?
That I talk too slow.
Oh, really?
Yes. Apparently in stories, people are like, oh my God, you talk so slow.
I just think you're very articulate.
Thank you. Or calming.
And very polished. I would say you're very calming.
Thanks. All right. Next one. What would be your dream collab?
Or I would love the brand to blow up in like Nordstrom, Bergdorf's or Revolve and do something with them. Do something on such an international scale.
You definitely will. You're constantly in America and you're doing so well over there that I have no doubt, watch your space. In 12 months' time, you'll be there.
I'm trying. She's hustling. I'm hustling. What about you?
I would say like some really chic dog furniture. Imagine like a really good dog bed, because at the moment his dog bed in my room just does not match.
Well, you heard it here first. Get the girl a dog bed collab. That's totally can happen.
Yeah, I think that's pretty achievable.
That is not what I expected. I thought you were going to go that an international brand. We already work with so many anyway, but I love that it's so niche and it's about Rudy, and we love.
Oh, you know I love my Rudy.
You love Rudy.
Okay, next one. Who do you think is the most sought out Melbourne/Sydney influencer?
Ooh, you'd be one of them for sure. Nadi Bartel.
Yep.
Beck Judd's in there. I'm trying to think.
I would say Sofa Dofa.
Oh, my God,
see her
yes.
name popping up everywhere. I've been on a brand trip with her.
Yeah,
Brands
Sofa Dofa, they
her.
love her. They love her. I know, isn't it funny? I sort of went to the people that we move with, but of course, Young Guns.
There are other people.
Oh, no, there are. And Al Ray. I reckon Al Ray. Beautiful Al Ray. She's a client of mine and just one of the nicest people you could ever wish to meet. She's literally everywhere. She's hosting, she's collabing, and just like a really good person. And I love when good things happen to good people.
She is. She's a real sweetheart. Who is the influencer you like following the most?
Oh, well, you, babe.
Oh,
you.
Come on. These are going to be so boring. People are going to tune out.
All right. I really love some big overseas people. I'm not going to be like and say like a celebrity. There's this girl, I forgot what her name is. I just know her as Nina, but her outfits are like ridiculous, like over the top, maximalist. I need to find it because I'm looking like I'm not a true supporter, but it goes to show you that I just look at her outfits and I love that she sometimes makes them herself. Nina Sambeach.
Oh, I don't know her.
Yeah.
We'll need to follow her.
Yeah, she's just fun. Like she just like makes her own stuff or she pulls things together. It's just fun. I really like her. What about you? Who's your?
I am just trying to search. It is a dog that gets dressed up in these epic outfits. Have you seen it?
All I'm looking at is I'm so flabbergasted that you're into the dog pages. You said at lunch and said that things come up in your algorithm. No, they don't. You love this. I'm literally sitting next to my husband. This is Liam. He watches like Discovery on the plane for the whole trip to New York. I'm like, what are you doing? I think I've seen it because Liam follows that same page. Loves dogs.
Yes.
Loves them. Okay, this is an interesting one. The question I get all the time. Are Melbourne influencers genuinely supportive or bitchy? Is there much jealousy? Oh, come on. Really?
No. Okay, let me think. Let me think. No. So, I feel like the people that we surround ourselves are very supportive.
Very supportive.
And we wouldn't be around certain people or people in general if they weren't supportive. And that is growth that we have both done and worked on ourselves.
Yes.
I feel like if you don't see people around us, it's because they're not supportive.
That's probably a good assumption, actually, because I would really say we gravitate towards people who lift other people up, lift women up, get around people. Like if somebody's opening something, we're there. Like, you know, I 100% categorically can say that I'm not saying there hasn't been people that have said some things that they shouldn't have said, but I also say when that's happening, it's because you're dealing with stuff that's going on with you. Like what your opinion is of me is not my business. But what I can say is that the people that we surround ourselves and the people that I think everyone's talking about would say we are genuinely supportive, that it isn't bitchy. I think we've all grown up a lot as well. And I feel like even a lot of the younger generation that I surround myself with are just awesome girls that are the first to say, oh my God, that was amazing, or I loved what you did. And so my personal experience has been that when I think of a majority, and I'm not talking about one or two people, a majority, I would say that Melbourne in particular has a really good circle of people. It's almost like if you go, this is my friend, well, then they're my friend too.
We definitely do. And it's something that I always get comments from any girlfriend in Sydney. They all say the same thing. You Melbourne crew, you all stand in solidarity. You all support each other.
Yeah.
And I think because a lot of us now, we've grown up, we've all, you know, majority of us are mothers. We have our own businesses. We have so much going on. And that we've all realised that it is so much easier when you support each other rather than trying to be against each other.
100%. A rising tide lifts all boats.
Absolutely. There's your famous quote.
Oh, I do like that one.
Okay, the next one. Best and worst experience being recognised in public.
Do you know what the best I would say is when people have come up, particularly over the last spring, like during Spring Racing Carnival, as an example, when people have come up to show me that they've purchased my shoes and then they want to show me how they put their outfit together. It doesn't matter if it's been at the races or even afterwards if we've been somewhere having a drink. And then other people coming up and saying that they're listening to the podcast and they love what we're doing. I love that. That is the greatest reward because I think often when you're doing this or, you know, in the case of the brand, you're sort of behind the scenes, you don't necessarily get to hear that feedback, you know, in person, one-on-one. And I love that. That's my favourite thing. Like anyone coming up to you and telling you what you're doing is great. They admire something you're doing. They love something or they bought something that you promoted or they've bought your brand, I think is the greatest privilege ever. So if anyone ever wants to come up and tell us that, we are about it. So that's the best bit, I think. The worst thing in public, I haven't had anything crazy happen to me. I think it's more like if people yell things out if they don't like something or they think you're friends with someone that you shouldn't be. I think I've had those kind of things, but nothing that really sticks out because I do think you've got to take the good with the bad. Like, you know, we've worked really, really hard and what's going to happen at times is you're going to divide people. Some people are going to like you, some people aren't. Sometimes you're someone's flavour, sometimes you're not. And for me, I'm kind of like if I'm not your journey and you want to tell me that, well, that's fine.
Yeah.
You're probably not my journey either. I'm just not rude.
Yeah.
So, you?
I would say my best thing, the same. Like I love people coming up and introducing themselves. I love hearing about people's stories and experiences. I get a lot of people saying, I've been following you since, you know, Willow was born.
Yeah,
and
amazing.
I absolutely love that. The worst experience would have to be, for example, like when someone recognises you and you can't say a little lie. So, for example, last week or a couple of weeks ago when I was trying to get my DHL order, my earrings, I was about to say, oh my God, and I'm getting married tomorrow and it's my wedding and I need these earrings.
And they're
but
like,
the girl at the front was like, oh my God, Rosalia, I love your stuff. Well, she clearly knows I'm married.
Yeah.
So I can't use that, can I?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's not the worst thing, is it?
No, it's definitely not the worst.
But I get what you're saying. It's like you can't. I think the only thing I'll add that I did think of just while we're marinating there is that I think sometimes the worst bit about it is I think we're always very conscientious to make sure, particularly when we've got children, that anything we do is something they can be proud of. And and I think that's probably the thing you're always on. But again, not a bad problem to have. Like that's a privilege too.
It's all very little superficial things,
Exactly.
really.
Exactly.
Okay, next question.
Yeah.
Least fave, most cringe influencer trends.
You're going to hate me when I say this.
Yeah.
But you know when someone's got like a beauty product or something and they go,
it's the worst.
I hate it.
It's
and
the worst.
I love, you know what? And I say that, I know why they do it.
Yes.
Because you
Why?
also want to because it's branded and you want people to engage and get their attention. But I do dislike this. But I'm not making judgment and it's not me being like a people pleaser. I get why people do it. It's just, I don't love it.
For those listening along, it's when someone taps their nails like on the product.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like, listen up. It's like, I can see you.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yes.
I can see it.
Yeah.
But that's like minor, I guess. You?
Oh, so many. I hate when people are eating, they're eating in camera and they're like, oh my God, this is so good. Oh my God, yum.
Like, you don't like that?
No, I find that cringe.
No. I feel like we're in fashion though, so we don't get that.
I also find cringe when people get a delivery and they're like, oh my God, let's see what it is. It's like, you know what it is. You picked it. Most of the time they send you a lookbook and you pick it.
And do you know the thing for me is I can't do the unboxing because I'm not a pretty unboxer. I'm like, I cut that open like it's my last meal. Do you know what I mean? That's why you'll never see here's what I got.
Yes.
Like I'd rather just put it on and put it together.
Yeah.
It's the stylist in me, I think.
And also, okay, this is going to be a little bit controversial, but I don't understand and I feel like it's a lot of work. You know, when someone's like, my morning routine time-stamped and there's a shot of them getting out of bed. I'm like, hold on, but you've already been out of bed because you've set up the camera to then film yourself getting out of bed.
Oh, right.
Do you know what I mean?
You want it to be completely authentic.
I want you to be like,
so if you're
on
listening, you're listening, Roz wants you to be full Kim Kardashian vibes and have everybody sitting there waiting for you
just
to
hire
wake up.
a film crew. It is not that hard.
Oh gosh.
No, but you know, like that. And they're like, when you walk, they walk into their house.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
and I'm like,
fair.
hold on, like, or time-stamped evening routine, like coming home. I'm like, and there's the video of them walking through the door. I'm like, but so you've already been through the door.
I've got to put my hand up. I've totally done that.
Do
like
you?
day in the office day, I'm like, let's get dressed and walk down the street. Yes.
No, but doesn't someone else film that for you?
Oh yeah, someone else films it.
I'm talking about you yourself. Imagine you walk into the office, setting up your phone,
Oh, no, I can't
and then
be bothered
walking
doing
out of the
that.
office and then walking back.
No, I reckon I speak for a number of founders in 2025 where people are coming up and going, you need to go and do social media. You're like, doll, I just want to have my coffee and my toasty.
Yes.
And then can I do that? But I must admit, I'm forced
Yeah, I
to
don't
do
know
the
why
content.
it annoys me so much. Anyway, I'm probably going to get so many hate messages, but okay. Full-length photo and selfie tips.
Well, this I think we addressed in some of our previous episodes. We both didn't get the gift of height. We do invest in good footwear. However, my tip would be make sure the camera is at 90 degrees, that you are, medium to low so you get more length.
Yep.
And I feel like selfie tips, that's probably more you. You nail that.
Well, also download Airbrush where you can stretch yourself.
Yeah. Or you can
That's a good
tilt your
one.
photo as well,
Yep.
degrees. So then you're not technically altering your photo.
True. It's a
That's a
very
good
blurred
one.
line.
Well, I just feel like there comes a time where like one of my team like being that low in public is like not appropriate.
Yes.
So if it's like if we just tilt it a bit, it gives us the desired effect without the embarrassment, you know?
Selfies, I would say just make sure that you have like a beauty light because it's so hard to achieve good lighting without that beauty light. Like even like with this podcast today, we have a beauty light.
Yeah, Brayden makes sure our light is great. It's so good.
The next question, if you weren't in this career, what would you be doing?
I'm going to go out on a limb here.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd be a talent manager.
What?
Yeah, I
No
do.
way.
I think I could be a full service talent manager. I do. I will, because I'm a strategic marketer by trade.
Yep.
I could do the styling for them. I understand social media. I've built a brand, like my personal brand is Lana the Stylist and then the shoe brand. And I just think I'd be really good at it. I'm great with relationships. I think I'd be a talent manager because that way then I could still be in the industry. But and I love building other people up. I think that's what I would be doing.
You would be.
I reckon I'd have my own agency and everything.
Watch out, your phones are going to start ringing now.
Oh, absolutely not. I cannot take on another task. We already dropped one to get to where we are now.
I would say I would be a criminal psychiatrist.
I actually can see that. You're a little Halifax FP. She won't know who that is.
No.
But I feel like you love true crime, and not in like the gory way, just as in the why. Like, why did somebody do what they're doing?
Yes.
And I feel like
what trauma did they go through?
I actually feel like you've really, in the last sort of, I reckon, 18 months, really been that girl. I can totally see you doing that.
Yeah.
You'd look good. You'd wear good outfits as well, I feel. One of the questions that we've got that we get all the time is, following on from the races, how much does Glam cost you for events? Do you get your hair and makeup done for free?
So when I'm working for an event such as the races, I have all my suppliers paid for via my client. So
Same.
Lexus will pay for my hair, my makeup, my styling. When I am just doing, going to an event on my own accord, and I will pay my hair and makeup artist.
Yes.
How much does it cost? Anywhere from, I would say, $200 for makeup to $500 for makeup, depending on the makeup artist, and the same for hairstyle.
Yeah, and exactly the same for hairstyle. So it's not, I think where we can, if you can do it yourself for things where there's not going to be heaps of media and stuff, then I know I always try and do it myself. But otherwise, I would say almost 70 to 80% of the time when we know that there's media there and things like that, that's just an armour for me, and I'm the same. It's exactly the same. I pay for it. I think, people are providing a service. So
yeah, most of the time I do my own hair and makeup, the same, unless I'm working.
Yeah.
Even still, I will preferably do my own hair, and that just comes down to time.
Oh, exactly.
Because I feel like it's so much quicker just to do your own hair at home.
Yep. A question I get asked a lot, and I'm not surprised you got asked it as well. How often do you loan outfits versus buy them for yourself? What's the split? I might go first on this one. With regards to styling, almost all outfits are loaned, like actually all of them, because I feel like if somebody's employing me to do that, my job is to work with the relationships that I can to basically be the conduit between the brand and the designer to have an outcome that enables a customer to go, oh my God, I love that, be inspired, and hopefully make a purchase or engage with that brand. Then my job's done. So in terms of what the percentage is, I would say when I've got major sort of red carpet things, like say, I'm trying to think of something recently, like if you do like an NGV or things like that, I would loan the outfit. I think for races, I worked with the designers, and we custom made things, and then I returned them. But for the everyday things that I go to, like our events where we're out together or going out and supporting an event, a friend's brand, for example, unless the brands ask me to wear something, I will always buy my clothes. I'm lucky because sometimes I can go, we can put this on this model when we shoot content for the shoes, so I justify it. But I will say my spending habits, particularly over the last 2 or 3 years, have changed significantly, which I know we've spoken about, right?
I would say for me, 70% of my outfits I buy, the rest I
Loan. I think that's about right, percentage-wise, yeah.
Yeah, every season I will invest in new pieces. So whether it's a new leather jacket, new pair of boots, a new slide for summer, I'll invest in a few different pieces. Then for big events, I will always loan an outfit, the same whether it's a custom look or even sometimes, we're lucky to have so many friends with fashion brands.
Oh, that's where it's lucky now, right? As we've got older, 100%.
Yeah, I've got a wedding and I'll call Effie Katz. I might pay £20 I can loan.
Yeah.
And then I will also be fortunate enough that on a, weekly to monthly basis, I will have different brands reaching out, asking if I would like to pick anything from their gifting list. And, go through their lookbooks and see what they have as well.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. It's an exchange of creating content, because I can say, as someone with a brand, when you're gifting product and they take photos and things like that, well, that's one less model shoot I have to do to show a customer how to wear it. So it's not nothing. Well, I guess what the other thing too is no good deed goes unpunished, right? Like, you still have to provide a service if you are loan things. It's not you take the clothes, you never show a picture of it, and then you just return it. It doesn't work like that. It's business after all. So I feel like we're lucky, but I also think we've worked really, really hard. I mean, you and I have been in this industry for like 15 years. So that hasn't been something that happened originally. Like, I can assure you, earlier in the days, I would loan product for other people, but I would buy every single piece. And it's only been, after a lot of time and doing the right thing, I guess, and building those relationships that we're in that position now.
Now, Lana, I'm all about protecting your hair using a heat protect spray, and Bondi Boost have a new scent. It is the strawberry gum.
I love the strawberry gum. It is amazing. I've got it in the hair mask as well. And if you would like to have this product, you can go to bondiboost.com.au, where you can also use our special code ARCHIVE for free shipping.
It is so important to make sure that you protect your hair prior to styling, and you can use this on wet hair, on dry hair, from roots to ends, so make sure you check it out.
And we do a lot of different hairstyles all the time, so it's coming from people who use it thoroughly, and you need to have it as part of your hairstyling kit as well.
Now, moving on to a few juicy questions.
Oh, okay. Are we up to the ones where we ask each other?
Yes, so you haven't read these.
Okay.
Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. My first question to you, did Lana get rhinoplasty?
Oh my gosh, I am so excited that someone thinks that I've had my nose done. That is like...
Is that what it is? Am I even pronouncing it correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. No. I think I've lost a bit of weight, so maybe that's why. And also from putting anti-wrinkle fillers in, maybe it changed it a little bit. I don't know.
Did you get them in your nose?
Yeah. Somehow. Yeah.
Oh.
But I've wanted to do it, if I'm being honest. Like, and we always said we'll be honest. I've wanted to do it. I just can't do the downtime. And then when Liam got his done from football, it got broken 3-4 times, and I saw what he went through, I was like, oh, I don't know if I could do it.
You definitely don't.
It just looks very painful. Oh, thanks, Doll. But no, how exciting. I'm so pumped. Thank you. Okay, so some questions for you. Mm-hmm. I think I already know the answer to this one. Do you get upset when young, beautiful women hit on Nick?
No, I don't.
I think we get to an age where it's like, oh, good for you, babe.
He's still got it.
He's still got it. I said that to Leah when someone goes, oh, I'm like, oh, babe, it's good. I've still got it. And he's like, oh, that's okay. They can have you if they want.
I know, that's the thing.
He goes, she costs a lot. There you go.
That's what he's like when the credit card statement comes out. He's like, take her. No, I don't. But I will also say it was only a couple of weeks ago when I was at Bambi and I was talking to this like young guy that works for Nick, and he just said to me, he's like, I just want to say your husband like is such a gentleman.
Oh, he is.
And loves you so much. And I'm like, I know, I'm very, very lucky. He was saying that a girl hit on him and was like, all over him, and is like, no, I'm happily married. And that's the thing. It's like,
and he's always so polite.
He's always polite.
Yeah.
He will speak to any female. He's always so polite. Thing is, it's part of his job, and I've known this for a very long time because I knew what I was getting myself into.
Yeah.
We met when I was 19, and it was a lot harder back then because I was insecure, and that's when it really got to me.
Yes. And naturally that it would. It's still your husband. Or your partner at that time. Like,
I remember back then girls would just like line up to get like free drinks out of him and everything. And then he had a nightclub called Eve, and he stood in the corner giving girls twirls. Like girls would line up asking for a twirl from him because he was like, looking good, give me a twirl.
Oh, yeah.
And I think we were about 6 months into a relationship, and I'm like, Nick, I'm banning the twirl.
They're banning the twirl. No more twirls.
The twirl. No
He's
more twirls.
He's such a gentleman, and I think that's the thing. And it's interesting because even when you've you've been there as a guest and you know, like I never look at Nick when I say and worry at all. He's got it. Like he's so polite when he's like, no, thanks. I've been there when he's going, yeah.
Yeah. But also I think with any relationship, doesn't matter if your partner's in banking or in hospitality or as a school teacher. I feel like if they want to have an affair, they will find a way to do it. Like it's got nothing to do with their job. But also what people don't realise though is that the same as you, the same as many people listening, there are so many backstories in your relationship that only the two of you know of what you've been
100%.
through. 100%. And a lot of the times that's what makes you even stronger as a couple. So, am I ever threatened? No. Flattered? Yes.
Yes. Yeah. That's the way to be, I think. 100%. What do we have next?
Okay. My question for you, what is the process for designing a shoe start to finish?
Well, generally what we'll do is, to be honest, is look at what's been the best seller of the previous season. Mm-hmm. So what's been something that consistently is selling. Because I think when I first started the business, you kind of go, I want to make what I want to make. And then you realise, I actually like money more than that. Like you want to be able to make sales and continue to grow and expand. I feel like with the summer range, if I use that as the instance, is we could kind of see the trend was everybody wanted something a bit lower. So we then started to look at, well, what were the trends that showed that? What's the colour palette? We then look and sort of see what's coming through the runways for seasons ahead. So we work pretty far in advance. Like we are having a meeting tomorrow, literally, to talk about, like to sort of share our sort of samples and what we want for spring 26. Then we start to look at what lasts, which is the bottom of the shoe, has been the best performer, and then we start to design what uppers will look like. We sometimes share some inspiration of things that we like. Like my inspiration comes a lot from sort of old movies. Like there was styles of things that I would bring from a movie from the 90s because someone wore it in a movie and I'll like try and screenshot what it looks like. Like a lot of my inspo comes from looking all the way back, not necessarily just at current designers, because I feel like you've got to have your own spin. We'll go and present that to our manufacturer. We'll talk it through. And then usually we have to wait. It used to be a lot quicker, but we usually wait sort of about 6 to 8 weeks to get a sample of that. And then we sort of sit as a group once we've got everything. And I make my whole team and I sit there because I'm like, we all need to own, do we really feel like this is us? Because you always try and push the envelope, but you can't ever forget who the customer is. And that's who we're designing for. We usually then will take it to our wholesaler and they'll test run everything. And that'll be really, if we're having any debates about what styles will work or won't work, that's usually where it'll come out in the wash. So if a bunch of retailers haven't picked something that we're on the fence about, we'll sometimes go, maybe it's a bit too early and we can it. And then sometimes we'll put it in a storage unit and pull it back out again. And sometimes it's forever gone. The process is long. Like it usually takes about 6 months from beginning to end. But I think overall, like it's a fun experience, but it's a lot of work. And then often what we'll do as well is then look at what our best sellers are and then kind of update those. Because sometimes if it's not broken, don't fix it. It's like, how do you service those styles that are working really well, but just give them a little bit of an update. What was Nick's job between Eve and Bambi?
What was his job? He actually has a few other businesses that he doesn't really promote. One is a training and recruitment business, which he's had for a few years. So he was working on that. He also has an events company called Together Events. So he was still hosting, throwing events.
Yes.
But to be honest, we went overseas. We went to America for 2 months and he was just that exhausted. He had Eve for 10 years.
Yeah, it was amazing.
That he was just ready for a holiday.
Yeah.
So he had a bit of a break. Also it gave him a chance just to, have a breather, think about what he wanted to do in the next few years and come up with some new ideas.
I think it's interesting that we don't take time to pause and regroup. I think often people run into the next thing, but that's probably like the best thing because then he was able to kind of say, okay, I still want to do this, but I want to do it differently. And so now we get to enjoy Bambi because of it. That's great.
Well, not too dissimilar to you. It's like anyone who has their own business or is even like in a creative role, like you actually need think time. Like an idea just doesn't come to your head overnight.
No, I agree.
So it could take months, could take years for you to form an idea of your next business, your next product. So as much as you're not working like in an office or you're not traditionally working, you're still working.
Yeah.
You're always working.
Yeah. I just think people who are entrepreneurial never really switch off. No. That's been my experience anyway.
All right, next question for you. How are stylists paid, by hour or outfit?
This is an interesting one. I would say for me personally, I charge by outfit. I just think it's easier. I think sometimes I think I wished that I had put it by hour because the hours you end up spending are sometimes far beyond. And that's usually only if you're doing like a custom, that'll take a little bit longer. But for me, I charge by the outfit. So, and that price has changed significantly from when I started, which was $0 to, well, I feel like as well, you're getting what you pay for. I'll give you 200% of me and you'll get the best that you can receive. So yeah, that's just been what's worked for me.
Is it a different price if it's a custom look as opposed to you're just pulling something from a lookbook?
Definitely. Like I think a custom, you're usually going to have at the very least 3 fittings at least, and sometimes it's more depending on who you're working with and their schedules. So it's definitely a little bit more versus if you're pulling sample products and things like that. So it does vary depending on what the job is and who the client is and how many outfits need to be done. If there's different looks, like sometimes you can do a job that'll have 5 or 6 different looks in it for different things. So it just depends. All right, interesting question. And I think this popped off on mine a couple of times. How often do you get lip filler?
Oh, wow. Rude, but valid. I would say I actually haven't had lip filler for maybe 2-3 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So yours has just lasted?
No, I remember I had them dissolved, and that's when I put up that video of them like blowing up.
Yes.
So I haven't had lip filler for a really long time. Maybe it's even longer than 3 years. I do get lip threading though. I also do get like a lip flip where you get an anti-wrinkle injection between your nose and your lip.
I'm in pain thinking about that. Like
it's not painful.
I'm the person that's got to sit there like on my phone and not engage because I just get in excruciating pain. But it's so worth it. I do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's amazing.
My thing is I'm just
before.
like my doctor will give me like little stress balls. I push down on those and then I'll just breathe in and then out.
Oh, nice. Well, it looks great. So it's well worth it. And how often would you need that?
Maybe once a year, once every 6 months. That's the most.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it lasts a while.
Cost per wear?
Absolutely. Okay, now just going back to one last question that we have time for, and this was a question that's submitted to both of us.
Yep.
What do you think about the social media ban for kids?
I personally think it's amazing. I think that little minds who don't know how to digest content or understand that some things are a highlight reel so that there's no comparison, whether it be in their body image, within themselves, within what they do. I personally think it's a great thing. I do think I've learnt a lot as well. I did some work with Instagram and learnt about teen accounts on Instagram, and that's sort of from 16 onwards. So I think that the apps are doing the work to make sure that kids are protected. I think it's super important. I think I know even at my age when I am trolled or over the years when I've compared myself to somebody else who might be going through something I am, it is the thief of joy. And if they can just remain kids for as long as they can, that's going to be a great thing. I think that it's always going to be around them. So at least this kind of halts the process a little bit. I feel like it enables us to do the work to continue to explain even how we got here and some of the things that happened and educate them the best we can. What about you?
I agree. I think that kids shouldn't be on social media until they're, minimum 16, 17, 18.
Yeah.
Even then, I feel like it's so young. I think about, 2 things. I think about one, back when I was a teenager and when I was getting bullied at school, that was obviously in a closed forum. Imagine being bullied at 16 online.
Oh, and it follows you home.
And follows you home.
You never get away from it.
I couldn't even fathom that because I know I went through such a difficult time at school.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we'll do that. That's another episode.
Yeah, maybe.
And so it's kind of like I'm so grateful that I wasn't on social media back then. So that's one thing. My daughter doesn't have social media. I don't even let her on YouTube, to be honest, because I just find that everything on there is just like rubbish for kids. They're watching unboxing, then all these different ads come up, and it's kind of like a vortex. I think about when I get sucked in on my phone and I just doom scrolling, and I'm just wasting my day or wasting hours. So I'm all for the ban. I think I agree with you as well, where we still need to do the work in building resilience for our kids in order for them to be able to deal with it, that when they do have social media, they have a thick skin, because the same as you, I haven't always been like this.
No.
I remember being trolled maybe about 3-4 years ago about something, and it consumed me. I couldn't focus on anything else. It consumed me, and I was just like devastated.
It's just hard because I don't think and I've been fortunate. I don't say fortunate because I don't necessarily want to know this stuff, but I do. Whatever level of talent or celebrity I've worked with, the internationals, all of it, like there are people behind the phone. So when you're wanting to, have a go at somebody or call something out, or it's like you wouldn't go up and say that to someone's face. So don't do it over the phone. And I think I've seen the impact, the real impact that it's had on people, on their confidence, on their way to be able to function during the day because somebody has said something they shouldn't or disliked something they said or did. And it's just I'm all for it being banned until kids can really unpack it and understand it, for sure. And plus I'd rather they be out playing sport or, you know, be on their bikes. It was safely, but, I think there's so much more to life, and you can have your phone and it'll still be there. And I mean, sometimes I wish, especially in busy times, I could just throw it in the pool, to be honest. I'm or in the water. I don't want this. I don't want to be contacted all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes a burden. So I think if we can hold that out for them a bit so they can sort of mature, start to understand who they are first as a person and what they want in their life without comparing it to somebody else's.
Even, Willow, she does these food reviews.
Yeah. Which I love reading, by the way.
And they're all very innocent. It started when we were in Paris one year, and we were at this this Michelin star restaurant. Anyway, the food was like jelly and beetroot, and even as an adult, I don't like that kind of food.
Yeah.
And so she was sitting there bored, just writing these reviews, and they were just innocent and hilarious. And so I started posting them on social media, and everyone just loved them because it was just there was just no malice.
No.
She was just having fun expressing her writing, and she also wasn't rude in any of the reviews either. And what happened was the Daily Mail picked them up, and then they wrote this article saying that, Willow is rubbishing a Michelin star restaurant. And the comments on this article were just absolutely disgusting.
Oh my God.
Children should be seen and not heard. And anyway, at that moment, I had the biggest mum guilt because I'm like, I put her in that position.
Yeah.
I was the one who exposed her on social media and opened the gates for her to be criticised. And at that moment, I was just like, oh my God, I just felt the lowest of all lows.
We've all of us have done that. Whether it be a photo or all of us have done that. It's just a shame that we live in a world where someone would think, oh, let's write an article about this.
Yeah, and to make it worse, to this day, the Daily Mail will contact me wanting to do a different story, whether it's racing or whether it's they wanted an interview regarding our podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I say to them? I said, no problem. If you take that article down about Willow, I will do whatever photo, whatever interview.
Yeah, right.
Do you reckon they've taken it down?
They still haven't.
They still have not taken it down.
There you go. You're on notice, Daily Mail. We can say whatever you want.
I'm very pick us up and be like, Rose is fucking pissed. Yeah, I am pissed.
I am. No, I'm sorry. Anything to do with children?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
It's off limits, 100%.
Yeah.
No.
So anyway, speaking of kids, just to lighten
the mood. We're about to get full mum vibes,
yes,
aren't we?
Yeah. We're getting really protective. But no, to lighten the mood, we did say that we were going to have our kids on this episode, and I can't believe that we've done 8 episodes.
I know, neither can I. And I didn't even think that, I know we've said it before, but I didn't even think that everybody would be engaged and listening and supporting like they are. So first and foremost, thank you so much for your support. We love doing this. I mean, sitting on a couch talking to your closest friend is really not a hard day at the office, is it? But we've really loved also unpacking the archive and really kind of going a little deeper, sharing things I've never thought in my life I would ever share. So I blame you for that as well. But we have so many more things coming up. And in fact, we're not going to stop at 8 episodes. We're going to keep going. So we are. Have you got anything you want to say?
No, this was supposed to be a limited series, and the response has been so overwhelming that apparently you guys are interested in what we have to say. So big thank you to everyone.
Huge thank you.
Big thank you to our very first sponsor, Bondi Boost, for letting us share our conversations.
And giving us good hair, of course.
Always.
And, you know, this doesn't come together without a huge team and a support system that we value and appreciate, and we want to be able to call them out. First and foremost, to our incredible producer, Sarah Davidson, who is also the host of CCA, so make sure you check that out because we like to support each other here. We've also got Brayden from Motion Rise, Jaden and Tash and Hugh and Hayley and Matthew, and a big thank you to Nick. And of course, Rudy, who let us take over your lounge room every time we have to film. And big thank you to you. Thank you for doing this with me. I love you and I can't wait to do more.
Oh, likewise.
It's exciting.
It is exciting.
We're just glad that you guys love it. We can't wait to bring you more. And thank you for letting us open up the archive.
See you soon.